Hello, beautiful souls. So today we are on lesson 4, and I am excited about this lesson today because now are we not only applying this thought to things that are outside of us that we see with our physical eyes, but now we are closing the eyes and going inward for the very first time. So this presents us with the opportunity to become aware of our mind, to become aware of that thinking mind that is within us. Now, the course lesson for today is these thoughts do not mean anything. They are like the things I see in this room. Now, today's lesson is setting the foundation that there is no difference between good and bad thoughts. We're getting rid of this idea of judgment. For if we are to awaken from this dream of judgment, we need not judge. And that includes our thinking. That includes our thoughts. So when we close our eyes for today, we're going to go inside for a minute at a time, just a minute. And sometimes what's helpful is to set a minute on your phone so that you're not thinking, when is this over, is this too long, is this too short, whatever. Get rid of even those thoughts as a distraction. But just set like a timer on your phone or your clock or whatever it might be, and go inward and just watch what's going on within your mind, and ensure that when you recognize a thought, like there's a thought that crosses consciousness, whatever it might be, to apply the thought for today. These thoughts do not mean anything. These thoughts do not mean anything. And you don't have to be judgmental or picky and choosy about the thoughts that you say they don't mean anything, because all of our thoughts right now don't mean anything. The good and the bad, both sides of the coin. So this is something that we need to be aware of. And at first, you might feel a little bit of resistance towards particular thoughts, and that's perfectly okay. Don't overstress yourself or anything. We only want to do this lesson maybe 2 to 3 times a day maximum, okay? Maximum. And these good thoughts that are in our mind currently right now are literally just shadows to our true thoughts. And these bad thoughts are blocks to our true thoughts. So what we're doing is we're dispersing the shadows and bringing light to them, and we're triumphing through the blocks, through the light, right? So know that all of the thoughts that are contained within our thought system at this time are not our true thoughts. Our true thoughts are beyond this thinking mind. They're beyond the good and bad. They're beyond this idea of duality, right? So what we're learning to do is say that these thoughts don't mean anything, so that no longer do they hold power in our thinking mind, so that no longer are we stopped by the quick thinking mind, but instead we can rest in the space yet again and open to listening to the true divine thoughts that we share with God and everybody else. Because ultimately this is what we're doing. We're trading our thinking mind for our divine mind, right? We're trading our ego for the Holy Spirit, because either our teacher is ego or either our teacher is spirit. Right? It's not the two. So right now is a time when we're able to decipher between what we want. Do I want these good and bad thoughts that have that create this up and down kind of day, that sometimes I like someone, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have a good day, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm pissed off at you and sometimes I love you. Do we really, really want that? Do we really, really want that roller coaster type of experience? No, we're looking for stability and peace. So this is the first foundation of letting ourselves recognize the difference between our meaningful thoughts and our meaningless thoughts. And throughout this practice, we're going to get to see that the meaningless is outside and the meaningful is inside. But first, we need to get through the clutter. So let us get through the clutter of recognizing that the thoughts that are in our mind right now are meaningless, so we can move forward to the meaningful and finally have depth and purpose in our life. So I think that is predominantly the thought for today, and the direction in which Jesus inspires us to take. And so we can also still take this thought. These thoughts don't mean anything. They're like the things I see in this room. If we find that we are having an experience with our partner, an experience with a friend, an experience with, some stranger on the street at the grocery store, if we find that our mind goes to anything harsh or anything mean or anything that separates or takes us away from them, recognize that that thought can be applied, or a new thought can be applied, and that thought is, these thoughts don't mean anything. So just be vigilant in your mind today, be aware in your mind today, and you only really need to be still and close your eyes and be silent 1 to 3 times. That's it. But this is our practice. So this is the first time going in. So I hope this mini video is helpful to you all to turn you inward and to listen and to truly be aware of this fast-paced thinking mind that always speaks first. So now let's stop it where it is and remind ourselves that they don't mean anything, and then rest in the space and willingness to hear and learn something new. So yeah, good luck with all of this today, and know that if you have any questions at all, I am here and I would love to answer them, and I'm doing this right along with you. Okay, we're doing this together. So thank you. Day 4, here we are. God bless all of you. Love you all. Bye.